Okay, good morning. Today is day 2 here at the Shangri-La. We're going to be making a couple more videos for them today and also having a really nice buffet lunch that I'm super excited about and a very special dinner tonight. But right now we are at breakfast. It's kind of like a half buffet and half a la carte. So we're gonna order up and eat. I'm gonna go with a salmon scramble with Norwegian smoked salmon, dill sour cream, and caviar. Oh yeah. There is once again an amazing selection of different things to eat, but we are trying to keep our bellies empty because we have a massive lunch buffet today, but starting with some coffee. Oh yeah. Okay, so I struggle in these sort of situations when there's tons of good food, so we kind of grabbed a plate from the half buffet. We've got some different meats and smoked salmon and cheese. We cannot get enough of the cheese here because in Taiwan, good cheese is hard to come by. Don't know exactly what kind of cheese this is, but it feels really soft, so try that. Whoa, super creamy, completely soft. It's almost like butter. It's like cream cheese actually. Chase that with a coffee. Oh yeah. Okay, wait for the main dish to get here. Okay, we've got our main dish here. It's served on top of a piece of toast and with some boiled asparagus. And I can already smell the dill sour cream. Okay, grab a little bit of the caviar. Some toast. Oh yeah, it feels soft. Oh, it's delicate. Okay, I think I've got everything in one bite here. Big piece of smoked salmon. Looks like there might be some green onions in the eggs as well. And then that dill sour cream. That dill is like really sour. And the bread that it's served on is a sourdough bread. The eggs are completely creamy soft. And then that caviar gives it like a little bit of a saltiness. And then the smoked salmon comes through nicely. That's a good dish. Okay, just finished off with breakfast and that was absolutely delicious. So right now I think we're just going to relax, edit a little bit, and try to build up an appetite before we have a big lunch. But first, Sabrina and I have an idea for a shot that we're going to try to do, and it should look pretty funny. So if we succeed, you should see that right now. All rested up, now we're heading to the buffet cafe at Far Eastern, and I'm super excited for this. Okay, we've come down to the cafe at Far Eastern here, Tainan Shangri-La, and this has got to be one of the craziest, most beautiful buffets I have ever seen. So we're sitting down, going to sample a few of the dishes. This is my first 2 plates of hopefully many. So I'm gonna walk you through our first dishes. I went pretty meat heavy this time. The first thing we have here is some really succulent looking Peking roast duck. And then this is a lamb shank, freshly fried, and then a roast beef, a massive roast beef. He was slicing off these big chunks and then covered it in a black pepper gravy. And then over here, of course, if I see crab on the menu, I have to get it. So I've got it looks like a sort of a deep fried crab legs and then some bell peppers and onions. And then over here we've got a duck breast salad, some cucumbers, onions, peppers, lettuce, and then some really juicy looking duck breast. That looks amazing. And then over here is Sabrina's dish, but I'm going to be sampling some things. This is, of course, the different cuts of sashimi. I'm not exactly sure, some sort of fish here. The tuna and then salmon. 2 different veggie hand rolls and some Indian dishes, a masala chicken and a yogurt chicken, and then some more roast duck and the chasu pork, which looks really good too. I think I'm gonna start with this beautiful chunk of roast beef covered in black pepper gravy, and oh, this smells amazing. Break off a piece there. Okay, let's get that nice and saturated in some sauce. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good bite. Oh yeah. Ridiculously tender, completely falls apart in your mouth. And the black pepper gives it a nice kick. Okay, next one, I'm just going clockwise around. This is going to be the lamb shank, fried lamb shank. Oh, I think it's spiced with maybe oregano, and that is really juicy, a little oily, and chase it with an onion. That also has quite a bit of black pepper. That is really good. Okay, the next snack is the Peking roast duck, and I went for mostly skin because that is the best part. So I'm gonna go for a pure piece of the crispy duck skin. Oh yeah, nice and crispy. It has like a little hint of honey and completely just turns to oil in your mouth. Wow, that is awesome. Okay, the next one is less meaty. This is the cold duck breast salad, and you can tell that it is just barely cooked, still a little pink on the inside. That looks awesome. There's a whole layer of skin, fatty skin on the outside, and eat that with some onions. Whoa, so smoky. Wow, that is ridiculously smoky. The next one, and one that I'm most excited about, I think, is this massive chunk of, I think it's deep fried and then maybe stir fried crab. And it looks like it's covered in probably like a sweet and sour sauce. Whoa, there was a lot of meat in there. That completely just sort of mushed into my mouth, and it's quite a sweet sauce. Actually a little bit spicy, maybe with some pepper, and that is a meaty crab. And moving right along into the next plate. This is Sabrina's plate, but it is a buffet, so we're sharing. And we've got some awesome looking slices of sashimi. These are just small guys, so nice bite size. Oh, completely natural. Oh my gosh. Tuna sashimi is an amazing thing. Let's try this other piece of fish here. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there's some nice marbling of fat here. Oh. That one's a little more chewy. It has more of a firm texture than the tuna. The third piece of sashimi we have is one of my favorites, the ultimate piece of fish. That is the salmon sashimi, and just look at it, it's striped with fat. Oh yeah. Salmon has such a distinct flavor compared to the tuna and the other fish. It's really not fishy at all, but just a really nice kind of ocean flavor. Okay, next up I'm gonna try a piece of the chasu pork. Oh, I think I actually got a bit of the masala curry on the chasu pork. It's a little dry, but nice and lean. the food here has been absolutely incredible. I keep saying that, but it really is. But one thing that the Shangri-La is famous for is their amazing desserts. So we certainly did not forget about those. We've got an amazing looking piece of coconut pie, chocolate fudge, and their awesome fondue, white chocolate fondue, and we picked the watermelon. I gotta try this out right now. That white chocolate is not overly sweet. It almost has like a little bit of a vanilla flavor, and then the watermelon is like packed with water and it's super juicy. That was really good. Okay, just finished with that outrageously delicious buffet. That has got to be one of the most amazing buffets I've ever eaten at. That chocolate fondue was just beautiful, and everything we ate was delicious. This Shangri-La stay has been amazing. Okay, all rested up, took a little bit of a nap after that huge buffet meal, and now we're heading out to Tainan City. It's not so rainy, a little overcast, but we're going to the Confucius Temple, a very beautiful temple here in Tainan. So let's go. All right, at the Confucius Temple, I don't really know anything about this, but hopefully we're gonna learn some stuff and check it out. It looks really big, so let's go explore. Okay, just exploring this beautiful temple here in Tainan. This is the Confucius Temple. I was just reading some history. It was built in 1665, and in the 1800s, the Japanese used it as a public school and also as military barracks. So really cool, amazing architecture, and nice and peaceful. So we've been back at the hotel room for a couple hours now, went for a swim, took a rest, and now we are heading down to another restaurant here at the Shangri-La called the Mezz. And what we will be eating is Wagyu A5 beef, as well as a full Boston Atlantic lobster. So I am looking forward to this, and I have been for a long time. So let's go eat.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. Walk by. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my there goes a sight.
Okay guys, we just got to the Mezz to sit down and have the Australian A5 Wagyu beef steak and a whole Boston lobster. We were just in the kitchen and met the chef. He is from Penang, Malaysia. Really nice guy, and they were preparing the lobster and the steak, and it just smelled and looked amazing in there. So we're waiting for our food to come out now, getting really hungry. Okay guys, all of the food has arrived. We've got the Wagyu beef 10 ounce Australian A5 steak. I don't really, to be honest, know what that means, but I think it just means really high quality. And then we have a whole 1 pound Boston lobster. This is Atlantic lobster, so pretty much where I come from in Canada. So I'm really interested to try this out and see how it compares to back home. I can't wait any longer, so let's eat. Okay, this is a very tough decision for me right now. Which one am I going to eat first? But I think I'm going to have to go for this Boston lobster. It's just calling my name, memories of home. And I am totally a claw guy, and just look at the size of that. That is such a meaty looking claw. So I'm just gonna crack this open with my hands. Okay, check this out. I've got a nice piece of the claw meat here, and it's just falling apart. It's so delicate, so I can't get the whole thing. I'm just gonna have to eat this, just completely plain. Oh yeah. That is a good lobster. That is so pure, really, really meaty. The claw is such an amazing piece of the lobster. It's just the purest and fattiest of the meat. Okay, that lobster is absolutely ridiculously delicious, but this steak, I mean, this has got to be good. This is some of the highest quality beef you can buy. So I ordered medium rare. Let's break it open and see what it looks like inside. Oh yeah. Oh, that cut's so easy. Oh yeah, you can see just slightly pink on the inside. That looks like a nice medium rare. It's a thin steak, but usually that means it's just as juicy because they don't have to cook it as long. My first ever bite of Wagyu beef. Try this out. Oh, that is ridiculous. Tender. Does not do that justice whatsoever. And it's just lightly seasoned with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. That's just such a pure, again, pure flavor. You can taste this is a quality steak. It has such a like beefy flavor and perfect medium rare. So tender and so juicy. It just completely releases all those juice. It's such a like natural, but at the same time, complex flavor. Wow. Sadly, the meal has finished. I just spent the last 10 minutes in total bliss, and all that remains is some shells and maybe a couple vegetables. What do you think, Sabrina?
Incredible.
Oh, okay, so nice to sit back after that gigantic meal. That A5 Australian Wagyu beef was so ridiculously tender and juicy, and that Atlantic lobster was just so naturally sweet and delicious. Definitely top 10 meals of my life. If you guys are ever in Tainan, definitely consider staying at the Shangri-La. I wouldn't say it is a budget option, but if you're looking to splurge, it's money well spent. That's easy to say. And I hope you enjoyed watching these videos. Like I said, this is a much more casual style video than I'm used to, so leave me a comment below if you did like it and let me know what you think. It's been a lot of fun to film these videos, and like I said, I was actually producing some very short videos for the Shangri-La, so those will be posted on their social accounts, but as well as my Instagram account. So link in the description, you can follow me there and check those out. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up and leave me any comments below if you have any questions, but I can't tell you how expensive it was because I don't know how expensive it was. But subscribe because there's tons more food videos coming soon. Street food, fancy food, all kinds of food and travel. Lots more to come from us. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.